Yes! After experimenting for an hour and a half, I have the ultimate sandwich recipe. You go chorizo, you go mayonnaise, and that's it. I wanted to make something quick and easy that gives you encounter power normal. That way you can find Chansey, and this is it. I don't know if anyone's found it. All the sandwich recipes seem really scuffed right now, and the way that sandwiches work seems to be complete nonsense. Guide whenever, but this code is going to take a little bit of time to crack. Until then, boom. We can now go encounter power normal and grab ourselves a Chansey, right? It worked last time. I hope this is it. Boom. GG easy. So now we have the normal encounter sandwich. Where are we going to use it? That is the question. The lighthouse at the very north of the map. So what you do is you hop on your Pokemon, you hop over the fence, you run around in this area, and boom, Chansey. Boom, Chansey, more Chansey, Chansey, there's even more Chansey. Oh, it is good experience. So naturally you're going to want a physical Pokemon, and depending on the level of your Pokemon, where you are in the game and stuff, like boom, level 49 Chansey. If you have like a fighting type super effective move, you can KO these things very easy while being underleveled, so that's pretty nice. And let's see what the experience is. So different Pokemon gain experience at different rates. However, 4,500, 3,000, and 1,800, that's pretty good across all levels. Now, this isn't the competitive Pokemon guide yet, but the reason why you want to get experience on your Pokemon is so you can Hyper Train them. In Generation 9 Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Hyper Training only happens at level 50 now, so that's kind of the goal. Experience is about getting to level 50, popping a bottle cap, done. Now your Pokemon is almost ready. EV training and all that other fun stuff. When you're getting experience rates like this, it's not bad. Now when making sandwiches, there's an experience point power. Oh, you want to know how I brought that up? I just pressed right on the control pad, and it shows you how much time is remaining on your active meal powers. Problem is, the typings seem to be exclusive for the generic sandwiches, unless there's like a special all-normal Giga sandwich that no one's discovered. We have encounter power normal, and that's going to be better than the experience point power, because the EXP power gives a lot less experience than the amount of Chanseys that you don't get. Like, if you don't have normal power, you barely find Chanseys anywhere. And after running around the region for a bit as well, looking for a good spot for Chansey with the normal encounter power, this seems like one of the best spots. Also, I went into the crater with encounter power, and Chansey is pretty rare and not really that much higher level than the ones in this area, and Screamtail gives about the same experience as the Chanseys around here, but again, still not very common. So as weird as it is with all like the late game areas and stuff, the heightened spawn rates of Chansey under the power in this area just seems to be it. Okay guys, so I've been doing some testing and optimizations for a good while now, and I have a few things to report. So I got a compoundized Pokemon, gave it Thief, attacked Chansey for almost an hour, all oval stones, no lucky eggs. So unless it's like the 1% chance turn 6% chance with compound eyes, seems like Chansey will not have a lucky egg as a held item, so we have to wait for that data mine, that information, and then that guide and all the other information, how this like ties in with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But yeah, lucky egg seems like it's going to be difficult to get a full team of it without an event, and that's going to change up some of the numbers, because as you get closer to level 50 or over level towards the Chansey, your experience is going to drop off. So even getting to level 50 for hyper training could be kind of inefficient compared to some other methods. So for KOing a Chansey every 20 seconds or so, maybe you need to use an Ether, maybe you need to get some PP back. So I guess also recommend just having a high PP move that can one-shot the Chansey with a strong Pokemon. You can see the Poltegeist at level 47 is getting 1,800 to 2,000 experience. So that's going to change the numbers a bit. You also might be wondering, why do I have all these unevolved Pokemon on my team? It's for pickup, which, as you're grinding through Chanseys, can work out. So it seems like pickup Pokemon probably going to be the only Pokemon you need to get high level for, except for like Meowth or something for potential payday money strats, and just main Pokemon to get EXP grinding, fighting trainers and stuff. So let's go and slap the lucky egg onto Poltegeist and see how much more experience we get. So it's like, again, 1,600 to 1,800 at this rate, depending on the level of the Chansey. So we can kind of work out the math from here as to if this is worth it over certain types of raids, depending on how fast you can clear raids. So that goes up to 2600. So it doesn't quite double it either. It seems like the lucky egg is keeping at 50%. Now it's time to get into the math and review our friends the handy dandy leveling chart. So depending on your Pokemon's EXP rate, so you can see fast, medium, slow, they're going to hit level 50 at different levels of experience. So around like 125,000 to 140,000 is going to be when your Pokemon hits level 50. So getting about 2,000 experience per Chansey after you get level 40. So again, the numbers kind of get crazy from there. You can do weird math. So team of 5 Pokemon, that's about 10,000 experience per Chansey, so you're getting 30,000 experience per minute. And I had an experience with like crazy 5-star raids where I was getting over 100,000 experience per raid through candies. Now that only works for one Pokemon, but if you can do a 5-star raid in 2-3 minutes, now finding the raids is also where it gets tricky. If you can't like consistently find them, maybe it takes like 5 minutes to find, complete, reset, and get to another raid. We're looking at about 20,000 experience a minute compared to the potentially 30,000 experience a minute for Chanseys. I forgot to press the B button. It's been a long time since I saved. Stupid video. Okay, so I put some lower level Pokemon on my team so I can have a hard conclusion about this. A level 44 Chansey, one of the lower levels you'll find out here, is rewarding 2,100 for a level 42 Fido and 2,000 for level 37 Indeedee. Well, that makes the numbers kind of weird, but it kind of shows that, okay, you start dropping off towards that 2,000 number, and I think that you can do raids to get a healthy amount of experience as well. Now, my food power just ran out, and that's another thing to it. It's kind of annoying, you know, you have to set the picnic, make the food, go out, fight Chanseys. So I think, like, you don't only have to do this for experience, and the only reason you're getting experience is to get your Pokemon to level 50 for hyper training for competitive. There really isn't too much of another reason aside from pickup. So I also feel confident in saying that higher level raids are going to be good for experience, that if you have the candies, use them, and depending on where you are for like the Chansey grinding, get your Pokemon to around level 40 unless you need very high level Pokemon, but since the experience starts to drop off, those very high level Pokemon are going to be good for raids as well. So this is a 4-star raid. I kind of want to see how long it takes to clear out this raid, see the candies we get, compare the experience. It's going to take a little bit of time though. Okay, so a 2-minute raid without a super effective type has given us 16,000 experience, 25,000 experience, plus some money. So I think 4-star raids are actually good because like, everything, you just need everything in this game. So I find the gameplay loop interesting. I think raids are a very good way of getting experience, especially like once that gets optimized and stuff, to where it can be competitive or beating Chansey at a certain level breakpoint, which means don't feel bad about doing raids like, oh man, I could be getting experience in different ways or better experience elsewhere. Nah, you want to stockpile candies and just kind of have that set up. And the reason why you're getting experience also ties into the reason why you're doing raids for competitive items and gear and stuff like that. So it all really comes together. The biggest thing about experience would be in the early game, and that's about finding a fighting type Pokemon and just beating up on Chansey. So it's also not a bad idea to just buy chorizo, buy some mayonnaise, and then always have encounter power 1 up, especially with the areas that Chansey are available in. Also, here's the locations of where you can find Chanseys, and if you see Chansey, it's going to be a pretty quick KO and a lot of experience to kind of boost you on your adventure, but my experience in the early game is that you also want to be doing 2-star raids. You find a 2-star raid, that medium candy is going to be crazy levels. Also, you don't always need experience on your entire team. If you need it on just one Pokemon, raids are going to be way better. So again, getting a level 100 Pokemon to train for a specific reason, like taking on raids, or getting a payday Pokemon or something like that. Yeah, it's actually better just to do raids and then funnel that like the tens of thousands experience per minute onto a single Pokemon. That's kind of what I have at this point. It seems like that's the crazy thing about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. The gameplay is all spread out, and you need one thing to influence the other. You need experience to then optimize raids, and then by optimizing raids, you're setting up for competitive, and then to get your Pokemon competitive, you need them at level 50 for the hyper training, and money comes into play at some point. I'm working on that video as well. So it's like Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's like Pokemon Let's Go. You just play the game. Do whatever lets you have fun in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and eventually turn around with all the resources and Pokemon and stuff you need in the world, and then if you need any specific little quick optimization or quick thing to do, you can go out and do it. You can go out and fight Chanseys, you can get that last raid that you need, or whatever else is going on in this game. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.